Hello and welcome to another VanHack success case. My name is Ilya. I'm the CEO of VanHack, and today I'm really excited to be joined by Felipe, just got hired as a front-end developer in Vancouver at Internet Connections. Hi, Felipe.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. How
Well,
are you?
yes, really exciting. Yes, I'm great.
Yeah, so congratulations on getting the new job. One thing I should say in the beginning here is that this was, I think, a record for us. A man hacker getting hired from abroad to a full-time job in Vancouver in just 20 days from when he sent the application to getting the offer. So it's really cool, and we're going to share the secrets of how Felipe made it happen. Yeah, Felipe, before we get started with the job, let's talk about your professional background. So tell us about yourself, where you're from and what do you work with.
Mhm. Perfect. So I'm Brazilian. I live in São Paulo. I'm actually a full stack developer. I can work with back end and front end. But for this job, it would be for front end developer. Basically, I have experience with Angular, React, JavaScript, CSS3, HTML5, all of the full pack for the front end. Specifically for this job, they're hiring me to work with React for their framework for the front end. But I've worked with PHP in the past. But yeah, that's it. Well, pretty much my technical abilities, it's to work with front end, specifically for React.
Nice. That's awesome. And just quick tip for anyone listening to this, React is really in demand right now all over the world. So if you have any JavaScript experience or skills, I recommend focusing on that framework a lot. So yeah,
Definitely.
for sure. Cool.
Yes, we started at my currently job now. Last year, we work with Node.js in the backend. We started with the main stack, MongoDB, Node.js, and then for the front end, we decided to use React, and it's very good for the company, but it's also actually good for the skills that you learn, right? So it's helping me moving to Canada, actually.
Yeah, definitely. So learn React, get hired in Canada. Very easy formula.
Good. Yes.
Cool, awesome. So let's talk about then how did you find out about VanHack, and then kind of what also made you kind of ready to apply and get this job.
Perfect. My wife and we decided to move to Canada last year. So we have been searching around how we can do this because we want to actually move to Canada, not just to spend some time. And then we, at first, we saw there was a hackathon from VanHack in 2016.
No,
I don't remember.
the VanHackathon.
Yes, I don't remember exactly the month, but I remember it was last year. And then I participated, and then that's when I saw VanHack. And then we had the Slack group, and people were just like very excited to move there. But at the time, I wasn't ready actually to go. It was just plans, I want to go, but I'm not ready. But this year, my wife, she graduated from university, so we were ready to move. And then I decided to start putting my resume in English and getting everything ready. And then that's when I applied for this React job. And actually, when was it? The 26th of July, actually. So pretty much like 20 days ago.
Yeah, so from the 26th of July to 15th of August when you got your offer. So yeah, and so that's 20 days, and it's really great. So let's talk about those 20 days. So you get the email saying, hey, we have this new React job in Vancouver, you apply. So what happened next?
Yes, you sent me the email, and then I just sent you back the resume on the next day. So, and then I was just waiting for it. Of course, I had to verify my English. So I had a call with Chrissy, I think, his name. I don't remember, I'm sorry. But I had a call with him to verify my English. And then in a few days, actually the next week, I got a call from Fred saying, Felipe, are you ready for an interview? Her name is Monica. She's from Internet Connections. I said, yeah, let's do it. And then I had, how can I say, a lucky charm, right? She decided to change the interview to the next day. So it
Mm.
was supposed to be on a Wednesday, and say, okay, let's do it on a Thursday. So you told me to talk with Julia, and she helped me a lot. We made a mock-up interview. So she asked me some questions. She gave me great tips. I wasn't ready for the interview. My answers were not actually. So she helped me a lot. She was like, no, you have to focus. She gave me tips. We can talk about this later, actually, if you want.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the next day, this was on the 3rd of August, I had my first interview. It was half, personal. So I'm like, what are your strengths or weaknesses? Why do you want to move to Vancouver? And then the other half of the interview was technical, but not very specific. It was just actually generic. You're just trying to see if I could make it to the second interview. It took 50 minutes, but it was great. And then from there, actually not on the next day, 20 minutes after, she sent me an email. Say, okay, Felipe, we would like to have a second interview with you. The CEO is going to be in the interview. I'm not going to lie, I was actually very scared because this is getting actually much bigger than I think. But then on the next week, I had another questions to answer. They gave me a test to do it. I finished by the weekend, and then last Thursday we had the second interview, and it was great. And then from now we were just waiting for the job offer, which arrived yesterday.
Nice. That's awesome. So what kind of questions did they ask you? What were the kind of maybe some tough questions or things that, just to share how that was inside the interview?
Perfect. On the first interview, she asked me like the regular questions from interviews, like, well, what are your strengths or weaknesses? She actually asked me for 3 weaknesses. Oh my gosh, it's so hard. Yeah, it's so difficult to talk about one. Imagine 3. But I didn't do this. I just said 1 and tried to to move as quickly as possible. Yeah, because you don't want to focus on that. And it worked actually. This was actually the tip that Julia gave me. So she asked me those basic questions. She asked me why I would like to move to Vancouver. She asked me if I was married, what was the opinion of my wife, if she was okay to move to Vancouver. What else? These questions. She asked me about something that I have accomplished, that I was very proud of it.
Okay. Cool.
And then we started about the technical questions. So since it's for a front end position, they were asking me my opinion about Bootstrap, SaaS, compatibility with browsers. For me to talk about a little bit about React, but it was very we're not going very deep into technical. It was just to make sure. I believe that I did well on this first interview because the time that I had from Wednesday the 2nd to Thursday the 3rd, everything that I was doing, actually, I was not focusing too much on the technical questions. I was just focusing on the companies, so their mission, their values, anything that I could read about the company, I was reading. And I believe that this is what actually impressed them, because in the end of it, she asked me if I had questions. And then I started to make questions about their values, their missions, to see if was really what was on their website. And I could see in her face that she was very impressed by it, because I did my research. So this was for the first interview.
Nice.
And then they sent me some questions, like, tell me something that you are passionate about it. Those tricky questions. Julia, she gave me a great advice, actually. She told me, Felipe, even though she's asking about what are you passionate about, you have to focus on the job posting. So you have all of your answers, they have to be focusing on the job posting. It's not about if you love soccer, but why you love soccer. It's okay to say that you love soccer, but you have to use this answer in a way that she can, we can use those things that he likes in the company, right? So the thing I was passionate was about cooking, and if you guys want, I can share the answers. But I said that I love cooking because we usually discover new recipes, we mix new flavors, and We work together as a family. So it's kind of the things that we do. I'm not lying, but it's also good for the company, right? They know that we have to use these skills on the day by day when we're working. And then I answered this. The test, they send me something they're working on it. It's the new product they're going to be launching. And that's the whole reason why they're hiring me, because it's to help with this project. So they wanted to know what was actually my suggestions about it. How would I approach? I could see that they were everything about how I approach to problems. They wanted to know how are my decisions, how do I like to think. So pretty much this. I didn't have to do code, actually. I did it because I wanted to show them that I was able to do it, and all my suggestions, the ideas that I was giving, look, I have it in code, so you can see it. It's not just abstract. But
that's actually a really good point. Let's stop there for 1 second, because I think this is something I want to highlight. So you didn't just they asked you to do a presentation. You didn't just tell them, you didn't just do what they told you. You did more. Right? So this is really important, guys. So if you're watching this, you want to know how to impress a company in an interview, if you really want the job, don't just do what they say, do more than what they ask. And this really, it doesn't have to be so much more, it doesn't have to be like, you don't have to build the whole product or whatever. It's just a little bit more even. It shows that you have this detail and you really want to make this happen. So that's a really nice tip.
Yeah, definitely. And then I sent them, just like I said, I didn't do the whole coded, the page that they sent me, but I sent them samples with what I was proposing. Okay. So after that, and then I had an interview with the CEO, another senior front developer. So this one was a little tougher. In this case, I was totally focused on technical. But then I forgot that the CEO actually was in the room. So of course he was going to make questions about decisions, problems, right? Even though he got it from the human resources manager, he wanted to hear, from me actually.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the beginning, I was a little nervous because I wasn't expecting that. For me, the focus was just going to be technical. But I mean, if you just have to be you have to be honest. Right, and then I adjusted everything. Everything was fine, and then we moved. He had the same questions actually, but with different words. But it was the same idea. Your strengths, your weaknesses was the same question. And then we moved to the technical part, and then the questions, they were more specific. So, what would I do if I had to add React to an Angular project? My opinions about compatibility again, but in this case. They're asking about, JavaScript 6 or 5. What can I do? So it was a little tougher, but I was studying from the first interview to the second one. What I do was even though we work with code every day, but sometimes you have some technical questions that you know how to do it, but you don't know how to explain why it works. But I was just trying to study and be ready for them. Because I believe it's not difficult, but it's important when you know what you're talking about it. So I was just getting myself prepared for that.
Very cool. Very cool. Sounds like you did a lot of preparation. You didn't just wait. You were proactive about it, and so that's really I think another big tip is prepare and just even review stuff. It takes time, but it's worth it. So awesome. Cool.
One of the things that I believe I could have impressed them was when he asked me why would I work for them. What was something about the company that so since I did my research, I knew that their market is actually growing 13% a year. And it's actually internationally. So I knew how many customers they had. They have like about 1,600 customers so far, 19 years on business. Actually 17, I'm sorry, doing business. So I was able to show them, look, the reason why is because I want to have this international experience, but I know the company is growing. So there's room to grow. Right. I even searched Glassdoor, that it's a website that you can see what employees are talking about. And they were saying that the employees are giving like a good feedback and say, oh, the reason why I like to work here, it's because I believe I can grow. So I just use their words as as actually working for them, you know, and I believe that's what worked very well.
Very cool. Awesome. Yeah. A lot of times, another tip, I guess, in general for everyone is a lot of times companies want to know why you want to work for them specifically, not why you want to go to a specific city or leave your city. When the worst answer you can give to a company is like, you know, why do I want to work for, you know, the company in Vancouver or any other city? They say, oh, because I want to, I really don't like where I live. I want to move.
Yeah.
It's like, this is the worst answer you can give, because they're just like, well, you know, then you can just go work in any company. Why stick with me?
Yeah.
If another company comes and gives $5,000 more a year, you're just going to go there. So you really have to understand the mindset of the company when they're interviewing you and hiring you from abroad. Is they're really worried. They're worried that they're going to hire this person who they've never met, you know, in real life, or I guess, you know, physically in real life, maybe not pixels. They just have that worry more than if it's someone who's already living in that city, and they don't want to be used. You know, they don't want you to look at them or just as a vehicle to get into the country and then go get another job that's paying higher or whatever. So yeah, really make sure you understand their point of view and do a good job in answering the question like you just did, Felipe. So awesome. Great.
Yeah. I was able to show them that I really, because they have some they have what they call spicy, is some acronym for their vision, for their mission. So I was emphasized, not because I wanted a job, no, because I don't think we should do this, right? But because I really believe what they believe. It's something that when I saw, I believe what they believe. So for me, it was easy actually to talk about those topics. Even on my answers that I had to send by email, I focused on that, because it was not something that I was like, okay, I'm just gonna say this because I want the job. No, it's because I really believe it. And they can feel that, you know, they know if you're if you're just saying because you're saying, but or because you really feel it. So it's important to have this idea of looking at the company, studying the company, and to see if their values, their goals are the same that you have, and then I'm pretty sure you're going to be successful.
Definitely. Cool. Well, I mean, how about one tip you have? You've given a lot of tips, but like, if there's one thing you can say to someone who's watching this, they're excited to get hired abroad, what would you say to them?
No, first of all, they have to be a VanHack member. This is what I want to tell people is that there are, of course, even though you can be great, you can be a very good professional, but it's a whole world trying to move to Canada, because they are doing a lot of things that people want to move there. It's a great country, right? So you're going to be stuck with a bunch of people that are also good, right? So what I saw from VanHack was that you guys were there for me all the time, you know, like, Felipe, let's do a mock-up interview. Do you want to practice? Do you want to do this? Do you have questions? You guys were preparing me for the best because you have experience. So the first tip I would say is, of course, you have to be a VanHack member and stick together, help others. Hi, Leandro, thank you for everything. It's an inside joke. Leandro knows about it, but
another VanHacker helped.
Helped a lot. So you have to seek and help people. You know, try to make this as a community, and people will just follow. But I believe that what made me be successful in this one as well was because sometimes we don't have many opportunities. You know, of course, there's always another opportunity, but when you have a chance, you have to work hard for that, and you really have to put yourself into it. And when I saw, I sent my wife the email when you sent me the first email. Say, Felipe, we have a position, and then I forwarded to her and said, this one is mine, and I'm gonna fight for it. You know, and that's what I did from the day that I got the interview scheduled for the first interview. I've been studying, preparing myself, rehearsing. So I'm not going to say that it's easy, but it's possible. And it's even better when you have VanHack by your side. So I'm really happy.
That's so cool to hear, man. No, my pleasure. Really, that's so cool to hear that spirit. That's what you need. You know, you need some guts to work for it, and things don't happen just like this. So the way we look at it, our company is this too. You know, you have to really work for it and get it, and we do this and we give this energy as well, and it's good to see. And so yeah, man. I mean, I guess now it's just I guess last quick thing is the visa process. So for everyone to know, now with the new Canadian Global Skills Visa, it's much easier, you know, for VanHackers to move to Canada. So Felipe will be doing this visa, and when VanHack is supporting the company through this, so it's much easier. You don't have to do a college. Maybe we can talk about that quickly. Is you were planning to do a college with your wife, and now you don't have to do that, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is actually very good. Could I say it? Can I?
Yeah.
So our plan was actually my wife, she was going to study, and I was going to work, because if she gets the work, I mean the study permit, I'm able to get the work permit. But this was gonna cost us a lot of money. We were actually moving to Calgary because my wife, she comes from her background. She's an architect, so she was going to do like a civil engineering course, and this was gonna cost like 16,000 a year. So I could get my work visa, because we really want to move to Canada. So we were doing this. So actually, this was gonna cost us a lot of money. We're not sure if she was gonna enjoy the course, because we never know, right? It's not something she wants to be an architect. She doesn't want to be a civil engineer. And besides that, we're not going to be able actually to go there before, because I'm not sure if we're going to make it with the visa to January. That's when the class starts. So probably we're just going to go there next year by August or July maybe. So we would have to wait a long time, and the money involved was going to be actually a lot. So in this case now, I'm not actually spending money. Besides, I'm just getting
money
there with a job. Yeah, I'm getting money. Yeah, so it's. I mean,
get paid to move to Canada. Can you imagine?
I know it's not easy. Yeah, I know it's not easy, but if you try, you can do it. Yeah, there are tons of opportunities. You know, you just have to keep looking for it.
For sure, awesome. I think that's a great place to finish the conversation. Felipe, thank you so much for your time and sharing your experience, which is our last value in the VanHack. Share your experience. And if you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. If we get more videos like this, we post videos all the time, as well as just go to vanhack.com, sign up, it's free. You can apply to jobs that sponsor visas all over the world, mostly Canada, Europe, and many other places soon. And yeah, of course, I guess there's going to be another VanHackathon coming up soon in October again, so we can participate in that. A whole bunch of stuff. So there's information down below. You can click on the links. And if you like this, please, leave us a comment, a like, all that stuff, and share with your friends as well. So thanks again for watching, and Felipe, thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you in Vancouver.
Thank you. All right, see you, man. Bye-bye. Thank you.
See you soon.